All right, let's say something real quick. Test, test.
Hmm?
All right, we're just gonna roll. We're recording.
Oh, yeah.
We're live now, but we're not live.
Oh.
I mean, we're recording, but we're not live.
Oh, no.
You ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is part of the show. Hey, we're rolling. Welcome everybody. Welcome to the Quazemoto show. Sorry for the technical difficulties, but welcome to another edition. I'm your boy Quaz, and on the line with me is my boy D. D, what's going on, buddy?
Nothing much, man. What's happening?
Are you ready?
Yeah, Claude, I'm ready.
All right. When I was talking to D offline and we were going over what are we going to discuss, and I was like, what the hell are we going to discuss? But a couple weeks back, D and I, we were talking about a debate, and I brought it up on the show a couple weeks ago. Now, D and I, we had a very we had a very lively debate, and the debate is, who would you pick? Listeners of the show might remember this debate: Beyonce or Alicia Keys. Now, I had picked Alicia Keys. I gave my reasons and whatnot, and I felt they were justified. But when I was talking to D about this, he had other thoughts. What say you, D?
Well, first of all, I'd like to say that I think you are a stalker.
Who, me?
You're stalking Beyonce.
Beyonce?
You're stalking Alicia Keys.
Hey, so are 500,000 other dudes and chicks. I don't discriminate.
Well, I'm just telling you, this is something that
It's not stalking. It's admiring from afar. That's all it is.
Okay, well, all right. I'm just checking out, making sure you're not stalking them, man.
But you're ducking the question. Now here's a scenario, right? You go into a hotel room. Door number one is behind door number one is waiting for you a naked Beyonce. Behind door number two in this hotel room is waiting for you a naked Alicia Keys. You can only pick one door to go through. What would you pick?
Well, I'll make sure the other door it has a. Actually, I'll make sure. I hope it's a suite.
Yeah. You gotta have a wet bar.
The two rooms connect.
No, that's cheating. Come on, you can't do that. Gotta pick one, only one.
No, what I would bring them together as one.
You're gonna combine the two into one woman.
No, I would bring them together.
So you're gonna have a ménage à trois.
Exactly.
A threesome. Now, come on, you're ducking the question, bro. You can only pick one. I mean, really, there is no loser in this scenario. Whoever you pick, you're a winner, chicken dinner. Who are you going to pick? You got to pick one. Settle the debate.
If I had to choose another room that Beyonce wasn't in and she was next door, I would feel like I cheated.
So you're going with Beyonce.
If I had to choose another room and I know Alicia Keys is in the other room, I would really feel I cheated.
Hey, come on, you're playing a politician. You're answering the question to be, politically correct and not piss off anyone. Pick one. I picked Alicia Keys. I justified my pick.
It's one of those situations, man. I gotta plead the fifth.
Oh man, come on! You're not on Wild and Out. You can't plead the fifth. You're not gonna upset anybody. I'm sure Beyonce's not going to get upset if you pick Alicia Keys, and likewise, Alicia Keys isn't going to care two joints if you pick Beyonce.
I don't know, man. Black women are different.
I don't think there's no loser here, man. There's no loser here.
Neither one of them deserve to be number 2.
Nah, no losers here, man. But that would be the ultimate scenario, wouldn't it be? You know what type of pimp hand you have to have if you pulled both of those at the same time?
Yeah.
That's a notch on your belt. A big time notch on your belt if you pull that off. Say, man, I got both of them at once.
At the same time would be better.
Where some dudes, they would be lucky just to get one or the other. If you pull both, oh yeah. Oh yeah.
See, I think outside the box.
Why?
I think of the impossible.
It's like, we don't have to pick. No one has to be left out in the cold. We can all come to the party.
Yeah.
But the other thing I brought up, do you know what type of performance you would have to put on if you had those two in the room with you? You would have to be the ultimate in that type of scenario to be able to please both of them.
I would drop 3 Viagra's.
And you know, both of them, they've seen just about everything. So you got to bring your A game and a whole lot more.
Well, first of all, I would start out with both of them together.
Mm-hmm.
And creep my way in when I see an opening.
Oh, you would have them to go at it, and you would just sit back and watch, and then.
I would be voyager. I'd be like, it'd be like me in the sea, looking above the sea and the ocean.
Well, see, that's kind of stalkerish right there. If you're just watching those two make out, and then you're just in there watching, I'd jump head first. I'd be like, let me get in. Let me get in there.
Nah, I gotta give them time together for a while. I gotta give them time to love each other.
We got all night. You guys do your thing. We got all night. I like that. Yo, but aside from the Alicia Keys Beyonce debate, who are you feeling right now? Who is number one on your list in terms of celebrities?
Those celebrities, man, they're so. Nobody's turning me on right now. You know what I mean?
No. Who are you stalking on Google? Who do you go? Who's the last chick you Googled? And you're like, yeah, that does it for me. No one?
Diane Carroll? She's the last woman I Googled.
Diane Carroll. I think I'm going to have to Google that because I don't know who that is.
She was old school.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the name sounds familiar. Who's she? What has she been in? What would I recognize her? Have I seen her in anything?
I think she was I can't remember that.
Right.
Maybe I'm wrong. I mean, she was Julie in the 1960s.
Damn, that's going back.
Yeah.
1960s, man. You got to get the dust off of her then.
I think she was in Dynasty.
Dynasty. Okay, I remember that show. That was like back in the '80s with like Dallas and back when soap operas were still popular, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
Dude, you know a soap opera I used to watch every day? I don't know why I watched it. I just watched it. Do you remember Guiding Light?
Yeah.
I used to watch that.
Oh,
Like, I think like junior, senior year of high school, and then a little bit after high school, I used to watch that shit religiously. For some reason, you know? I don't know why. Maybe I was bored, maybe I had nothing else to do, no social life or whatnot. I watched Guiding Light. Do you remember? Now I know you watched this. Did you watch 90210?
I did a little bit.
Yeah. I watched that shit religiously. No lie. I watched that shit religiously.
Yeah, it wasn't my real thing, you know, like, it was like, they didn't relate to, you know, what I was doing, like, my environment, you know, it was like I was like...
Yeah, there was no black people on 90210.
It was like suburban, you know?
Ooh, damn. I'm watching Ridiculousness and some dude just got knocked the fuck out. Damn. Knocked out. Cold clocked. Yo, I'm also watching the Bills-Jets game. If you haven't seen it, D, those uniforms are horrible, what they have on. The Bills have all red. Jets have all green. Oh, it's horrible, dude. It's like a color eyesore when you watch that on TV, especially high def. It's like someone threw up a Christmas tree on the field. Blah! You know? I mean, come on. I mean, you have to tell me, these uniforms are getting a bit ridiculous now, right? Again, I don't want to sound like an old curmudgeon, but like when we were watching, like, you know, NBA, NFL back in the day, they had 2 uniforms. That's it. Road uniform, home uniform. And now it's like every single week, almost every team, college and pro, they got a new uniform. I mean, I understand marketing. I understand these companies want to push this merchandise out onto the people, saying, you know, if you don't have the latest Jets jersey, you know, you're out of it. You're not a Jets fan. Well, this is a little bit too much. A little bit too much. Getting all these uniforms out, man.
Right.
Oh, do you know who Chanel West Coast is? Yes? No? Maybe? You watch Ridiculousness on MTV?
No.
All right. Well, she's the blonde chick on Ridiculousness.
No, I've never seen that.
I wanted to ask you do you think Chanel West Coast is hot? I'm saying like 60-40. Some days she looks really good. Other days, like, nah. You know, doesn't do it for me.
Right. Well, you know, when does that come on?
What?
Is that a show or something?
It's on right now. It's on MTV right now. So I'm flipping between the game and that.
Oh, you're flipping between the game and that.
Yeah, man.
And doing the show.
And multitasking, bro. Multitasking.
Well, hey, man, listen. You know, we got the GOP, man, they're losing their mind.
You know what, man? At this point, I really don't care, because like GOP is just, you know, they just keep putting their foot in their mouth and They don't have a real candidate right now. You know, if you're telling me the top leaders are Ben Carson and Donald Trump, and those are your choices, Republican Party is hurting. You know, and Hillary, she can do whatever she wants between now and next November, and she's still going to get the. She's still going to become president. You know.
Right.
She's going to be chosen.
You should have heard what Ben Carson said.
What did he say?
I mean, it was ridiculous. He was asked about the Middle East.
Uh-huh.
And...
Oh, yeah, you know Ben Carson's a racist. You know that, right?
Yeah. What? Yeah, he is. Yeah, I agree. Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah?
I agree.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard his views on Muslims and ISIS and
whatnot.
Yeah. They're just flat out racist.
He's racist.
You know, and how are you going to elect a person like that? And be it, mind you, a black man who happens to be a Republican to run for office of the presidency and elect him as president. You know, don't these Republicans get it? Minorities have the majority vote. If you don't cater to the minorities, you're not going to get elected. You know?
Right.
If you piss off females, if you piss off your own race, the black race, if you piss off the Spanish race, which has a lot of votes, you're not going to win. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. You're not going to win.
Right. Well, I'll tell you, he's really scary, man. Ben Carson, who I'm actually talking about. He's just, if that's the best, him and Donald Trump together, if that's the best that the GOP can do in 2015, oh man, that's a shame.
That's it, man. That's who you got. That's what the Republicans like. This is who we got. Take it or leave it. Take it or leave it. This is who we got. You know?
Right.
And, the Democrats are just laughing. And, Democrats, they're doing a smart thing. They are rallying around Hillary to have a clear-cut front runner. You know? Yeah, you got Bernie Sanders, and like the other three douchebags that already dropped out. It don't matter. Everyone that's someone within the Democratic Party is rallying around Hillary. Obama, Biden, Gore, and you got, Billy Boy Clinton. All the major players in the Democratic Party are rallying around Hillary. So they are saying this is our clear-cut number one. Republicans, they're too busy stepping on each other's toes. They're just going to be knocking each other out. And they're going to lose a lot of votes doing that.
It's really, man. They're very, very frank. The Republican Party, it's at its lowest in the history of the party.
Yeah. That's true. I read an interesting article, I think it was in Time Magazine or the New Yorker or somewhere, that Barack Obama and the Democrats, they have, since Obama came into office in 2008, they have steadily and systematically been shredding the Republican Party to bits and pieces, to the point where the Republicans cannot answer the call, for the next election. And we're seeing it right here. How weak is the Republican Party right now? If you're telling me Donald Trump and Ben Carson is the best you can offer for your party, that's not saying a lot for you.
I think they think now, I think the United States, what I'm seeing on CNN right now, I think they got they got a spot on you on the ISIS
Mm-hmm.
net cutthroat cutthroat guy.
Uh-huh.
Jihadi John.
Uh-huh.
I think they got a radar on him.
Uh-huh.
It looks like they're going after him.
Right. Don't get me wrong. I don't support ISIS. I don't like ISIS. I think they're terrible. The stuff they're doing in Syria is terrible. But going into another war with a terrorist group is not what you want to do. Obama and the Democrats, they're doing the right thing. Right? Airstrikes, drone strikes, sending in special forces. Your Rangers, your SEALs, your Delta, your CIA operatives. You don't want to have another full-blown out war. Wars just send the country into a recession. It crumbles a country. We saw what it did. We had 2 active wars when, W left office. We don't want to do that again. Obama knows it.
Right.
Hillary knows it. If we get a chicken hawk Republican president in there, like a Bush or a Rubio, first thing they're going to do is, let's send in troops into Syria and wipe out ISIS.
Check it out. They say they got them.
Let's send troops to, Croatia and take the Russians out of Crimea. Oh, man.
They say they got them, man.
That's not the answer,
I think they say they got them.
What'd you say?
I said, I think they said they got them now.
They got what?
They got the guy that was cutting the people's throat.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I have to turn to the news now. So CNN?
Yeah.
It's commercial right now. Anyways.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's see what the score is on the game.
Yeah.
19-3. Buffalo's actually winning. Jets were favored in this one.
Oh, Buffalo's winning.
Yeah, Buffalo's winning. I mean, they had a fumble on a kickoff. So the punt returner for the Jets, he ran it out of the end zone. No one does that. He ran it out of the end zone, got to like the 17-yard line, and he fumbled the ball. Buffalo's kick return team picked it up, ran it in for an easy fumble, fumble 6. And now it looks like Jets just fumbled again. Oh, those uniforms, that color combination, just horrible, man. Makes my eyes hurt. Yeah, that's a fumble. They're reviewing it right now. That's a fumble. Man, we need Romo back.
Well,
he needs to come back
He could save the season, man.
this week. He needs to come back this week for us to have any chances.
I don't know if there's much he can do, man.
I know. I mean, I'm a realist. He isn't going to come back, and the Cowboys aren't going to go undefeated the rest of the way. We got 5 losses, 2 wins, 5 losses. Very tough to turn that around.
We have 6 losses.
Yeah, excuse me. Yeah, they lost the last one too. And now the thinking is, do you rush Romo back to salvage the season, or you just let him recuperate and say, we'll try again next year?
Yeah, that's what I would do.
I mean, if I was head coach, I'd look at it. We're like, man, we're 2-7. We're heading into middle of November. I don't think we can turn it around. So I'll be like, Romo, we're gonna shelf it.
Yeah.
Enjoy the off season. We'll see you in July. Or OTAs in March. No need to rush it back and risk further injury. But man, Could you imagine the season we would have had? We were hot, 2-0, looking undefeated, heading into the division championship, possibly a Super Bowl berth. And it all went to hell. And when he went down on that collarbone against the Eagles in week 3, I'm like, ah, shit. I'm like, our season's done. No Des Bryant and now definitely no Romo. What are we going to do?
Right.
Jump ship? See how the Patriots are doing?
Well, no, I'm a Cowboy for life.
I mean, jumping ship this season, you know? I know the season's done. You know, there's no sense in, you know, I'll still watch him, still support him, still love him, but season's done. You know?
When my Cowboys are done, I'm done.
Who do you flip to once the Cowboys are done?
I don't like anybody, man. When my Cowboys are bad, man, I hate everybody.
I'll flip to the Patriots. I think they're going to go 16-0 again.
I don't like them. They beat us.
Yeah, they're beating everybody, man. He's got, you know, he's out to prove the NFL and Roger Goodell wrong. You know, here, look, we're beating everyone with, game official, regularly inflated footballs. You know, he wants to go 16-0 and undefeated and win that Super Bowl this year. He just wants to rub it in Goodell's face.
Right.
And they look unbeatable, you know. They got Giants this week. That might be their toughest test for the rest of the season. Because after that, they got, like, you know, cream cakes like Miami and Buffalo and whoever else. You know.
Well, I think, like I say, New England does have a good chance to go undefeated, but they still got a few people to get by that could be a little tricky.
All right. We're a little bit past the mid-season point, right?
Yeah.
Who's your Super Bowl pick?
A Super Bowl pick?
Yeah, mid-season. You know what you know now. Bengals, they're undefeated. Panthers, they're undefeated. Seahawks are kind of iffy. You know, Patriots are undefeated and they look unbeatable. Who's your Super Bowl pick?
Well, I kind of like the way in the East, in the National League, kind of like the way Carolina, man.
Carolina? Yeah, they look good. They look good. They had that real impressive win over Green Bay last week.
Yeah.
You know? I like them. But who else in the NFC? You know, there's no real, aside from Carolina, there's no real, I mean, Green Bay, they've got a history now of losing to good teams. You know?
I think Green Bay could beat them in the playoffs, though.
Yeah. But, you know, I was listening to a report on the radio. You know, some dudes were talking about the Green Bay Carolina game, and this dude said when Green Bay goes up against an equal or better opponent, the record was like 2-18, and that's telling.
I think a team. I'm gonna tell you, I don't think Carolina's gonna go to the NFC Championship.
They might get home field advantage, but, you know, if they lose it in the divisional round, what does it matter, right?
They're going to lose. I think somebody, the favorite, going to lose somebody unexpected.
They're gonna. I tell you who. I know who they're going to lose to. They wear purple and gold. Watch out for the Vikings. Vikings just might win the division, and they're going to go into Carolina, and they're just going to go in there and beat the Panthers.
I think more realistically, it will be somebody like the Giants.
Yeah. I just hope Giants don't have that year that they have like every 4 years, where they just like squeak by in the regular season, they eke into the playoffs, and then you just get super hot and just win it all. And then that twice now.
Yeah.
You know? And NFC East is just terrible. Redskins suck. Eagles are average. Cowboys season is lost. And Giants, they're just going to stumble into the division championship, you know? Oh, and coming up, you got Patriots Broncos coming up. Brady Manning Bowl again.
When is that?
I think a couple of weeks. I think it's a Sunday night game on Channel 4 on NBC. I think it's in Denver, but yeah, you know, Brady loves beating Manning, according to his emails.
Yeah. He usually wins.
Yeah, wins and wins, you know, convincingly too. I mean, Manning, he's had a couple of regular season wins and that NFC Championship game when they went to the Super Bowl and won it. But that's about it. No, not NFC, AFC Championship game.
Right.
Yeah. But I'm more into my Florida Gators. They got a real good chance of getting a playoff spot. I'm just rooting for them. I still don't think Ohio State deserves a position. I think they're just in there because they're defending champs, but they haven't looked very convincing this year. None whatsoever.
Not impressive, huh?
No, hell no. And, you know, we got like 3, maybe 4 weeks left of college ball for the final rankings. I don't think Ohio State's going to be there, and I don't think Alabama's going to be there. I think they're going to lose. Clemson's going to go in there just because their rest of their schedule is so weak. You know, I mean, they play Wake Forest next week. That tells you a lot. You know, the biggest challenge was beating Florida State, and they did that this past Sunday or Saturday. Well, I don't think Clemson's going to do any damage. You know? And why is Notre Dame in the number 4 spot? These college commissioners that pick the teams, they love the brand name teams. They love the Alabamas. They love the Ohio States. They love the Notre Dame. Give Baylor a chance. Give TCU a chance. Give one of the undefeated a chance. You know? No, they just. Yeah, I mean, it is money motivated. We've stated that already. It's money motivated, and money drives these decisions. You know, get the big name teams in there. They're going to generate more money in the bowls and whatnot. You know. No one even knows where Texas Christian is. What city is Texas Christian in Texas? No one knows. No one knows where Baylor is. You know? They're not brand name schools. That's why they're not in there. But I don't want Notre Dame in there. I don't want Alabama in there. I don't want Ohio State in there. You know? Undeserving. Notre Dame lost one. Alabama lost one. Ohio State's barely winning. I just hope all 3 of them lose again.
I don't think Notre Dame deserves the rating
No,
that they have.
it's just because they're Notre Dame. Dude, they barely beat Temple. You know?
And plus, I was pissed off also for that move that the coach made when he grabbed the black guy in front of the whole audience on TV.
Was that Chip Kelly? No, not Chip Kelly. The Notre Dame head coach did that, right? The Notre Dame head coach grabbed that graduate assistant and was like, "What the hell are you doing? Who told you to call that play?" Yeah, but you know. And you know, D, that brother wanted to knock the fuck out of that head coach.
No, it wasn't for a play that he called. It was because he was arguing with the referee.
I mean, yeah, you have a point, but at the same time, you can't be doing that, especially if you're on TV and you got the spotlight on you.
No, he should have never put his hand on him. I'm saying.
And like I said, that brother wanted to kick his ass, but he couldn't. You know.
Right.
I would have punched him. He grabbed me like that, I would have punched him. You know, like, get your hands off me.
Yeah.
I don't care who you are. Get your hands off me. You know? Yeah. I hope Notre Dame does not end up in the playoffs. That'd be terrible. Horrible.
Yeah.
No good.
Terrible.
Um, I watched. Did you watch that movie Pixels with Adam Sandler?
Uh-huh.
I watched that movie Pixels
Uh-huh.
last Friday. I watched it with the fam. We got it on Netflix and whatnot. It was actually surprisingly good. If you remember the old arcades of the 80s, the Pac-Mans, the Centipede, the Galaga, the Donkey Kong, it had all that stuff in there, right? And I was like, oh, shit, I remember all this. It's good stuff, man.
Right.
You
Donald Trump called Ben Carson a pathological liar.
Could be truth in that. Who's to say? Who's to say? And then again, you got to call out Trump on all his misgivings too, his shortcomings. Go back and look at your history on Donald Trump. The stuff he's done over the years. He's not perfect, not by a long shot.
No. Yeah.
So, I mean, the presidency is just like a popularity contest carried over from high school. Who's the most popular? Who's the guy that who's the guy or girl that you like the most, that you want to vote for prom king and queen? As simple as that.
Right.
Who's the guy that makes sense? Who's the guy that looks good on TV? Who's the guy that can talk the most, talk the loudest and make the best points on a debate? That's what it comes down to. These presidencies, they all come down to the debates.
It's true. It's true.
Ooh, that cheerleader looked cute. I'm watching the game and they had a shot of the cheerleader. She's cute. But if I was to... No, I mean, it's not even a choice right now. Anyone with a sensible mind is going to pick Hillary. Case closed. It's not even a difficult choice,
Yeah, just as long as Hillary denounces NAFTA, I'm cool with it.
NAFTA?
NAFTA.
The North American Free Trade Agreement?
Yeah.
Why do you say that?
Because it's ruined our country.
It's ruining our country?
It deteriorated our middle class, man.
You're talking about jobs going overseas? To Canada, to Mexico?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the beginning of the end. America will never be forgiven for that.
Yeah, Billy Boy did bring on NAFTA. I remember that. That was like, I think, 96, 97, when that whole thing started.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell are you doing, dude?
Hillary's just going to carry that on, man. She's going to carry on a lot of the policies that Bill and Obama...
She's denounced it.
Did she?
Oh, yeah.
If she goes into office, what's she going to do about NAFTA? Is she going to disable it? Is she going to take it away?
Take those jobs back and bring them back to the United States. If you want to run a business, if you want to run the United States, you got to run your business in the United States.
But you understand the complexity of doing that, right? You understand that, right? If you're a businessman and we're in a free market economy, the way America's set up, if you're a businessman and your whole purpose for your business is to make money without spending money, and you have this option to outsource your business and where you can save hand over fist, wouldn't you do that?
Not if you want to live in the United States.
I understand that. If you're gonna set up shop in America, be ready to pay. Right? Be ready to pay. Because Americans, for any American with a skill or a trade, we expect to be paid accordingly. all these jobs, there's a reason, all these jobs are being outsourced because Americans don't want to be paid what a company in Mexico will pay for laborers. A company in China will pay for laborers. It's just the way the market is these days. It's been happening for the last 15 to 20 years when outsourcing became popular. Yeah, it might have started with NAFTA, but it was happening even before that, when China became a powerful industrial economy. So, I understand, Americans are losing jobs, right? But, it's a business decision,
Yeah.
They are, that's not to say that the politicians aren't passing laws to amend or rectify the situation. They are. They're saying, some of the laws that they pass sound logical, sound reasonable. For every position, Go ahead.
Hello?
Yeah, losing you. You still there?
Well, I think if you do take your sources to another country, you should pay a hefty price.
Well, you could put, there's stipulations and conditions and whatnot, right? As I was saying, some of the laws that the lawmakers on Capitol Hill they're trying to pass is like you can only maybe outsource 20% of your positions. And with that, if you outsource these positions, you have to pay fair market price, meaning you cannot pay cheaper labor in Mexico, Canada, China, wherever. You have to pay what you would pay someone here in America. That would be very unpopular with a lot of companies, right? And if for every position that you outsource, you have to hire the equal amount of people here in America. Those are fair, right?
Right.
So, how these corporations will react, I don't know. But, this country is run by lawyers. They're always going to come up with lawyers and lobbyists to squirm around, just like they always do, squirm around the rules. It is what it is. But I'm bored of talking cheap labor.
Yeah.
It's like a situation we know it's there, but how are we going to fix it, right? We can't. It's there, and it's a problem that needs to be addressed. It's a problem that needs to be fixed, but it's not going to happen anytime soon. So it is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is.
It is what it is. All right. What are you getting into this weekend, D?
Oh, man. Well, I'm just going to dig out a little bit and hang out in the city, a little bit. And, hey, man, I'll pretty much keep it in. Going to be watching a couple of games, football games over the weekend, probably.
Cool. Maybe I'll hit you up and we'll do a podcast while the games are on.
Hey, I'll be here, man. Definitely do that.
Yo, we got to get that Madden podcast done. We got to.
Yeah, you just let me know when you're ready.
You got the Madden at your crib?
No.
You don't got Madden at the crib?
No. I got a big screen for it, though.
All right, I'm going to have to bring over the Xbox. And we got to get the Madden going.
Yeah. No more excuses.
No more excuses. All right. I'm probably going to be doing the same thing, watching the games, because we're going to have crappy weather from what I understand. Cold and wet, I believe. Rainy and whatnot, yeah. What about Thanksgiving plans? Thanksgiving's around the corner. What's
I'm going down to the beach house.
Oh, damn.
For Thanksgiving.
This motherfucker.
Cook that turkey and,
man. you're gonna have the turkey roasting in the oven while you jet skiing, man. God damn it.
Yeah, man.
And you always complaining, yo, Quaz, man, you know, you're always like gloom and doom and like, man, like this dude's always going down to the lake house chilling every weekend.
Yeah.
You got it good, bro. So I don't want to, next time I talk to you, I don't want to hear you complaining, man. You got it good.
Hey, I'm guilty.
So what else are we gonna? Any family coming to Thanksgiving?
I got a little company coming down from New York.
Lady friend?
Yeah.
Ooh, look at you, big pimp. Look at you, big pimp. It's gonna be that kind of weird Thanksgiving, huh?
Well, yeah. Yeah.
All right, man. Hey. All the more power to you, man. If you got it, you got it.
Hey, you know?
If you got it, you got it, man. All right, D. Dang, we hit the 46-minute mark. That's pretty good. Thank you for all the listeners listening, and there are emails coming in. You know, we are climbing in viewership, D. Not just on YouTube, but because like I tweet this out and I still post it on Facebook. But listen to us on YouTube because that's how we get paid. Thank you for everyone for listening. Thank you for all the emails. Email us to quazemotoshow@gmail.com. For my boy D, I'm Q, and we'll see you next time. I think D fell asleep on us already. D's like, oh, yeah. All right, D, buddy. I'll talk to you next time, bro.
All right.
All right.
Yeah. All right, man.
Peace, everyone. Peace.